Guess who's back? Back again.
Maybe we'll leave that for the outtakes. We're back. We are working on our 1973 Holiday Rambler Vacationer. In our last video with the Rambler, we got up on the roof and we were trying to make it watertight. So we did some Dicor, we did some ProFlex, we changed a couple roof vents. Of course, we did the AC in a different video. So anyway, now we're going to move on to the exterior, and we've got to do a few things before we want to paint it.
So we'll give you a tour and walk around and talk about some of the things we're going to do in this video.
All right, let's do it.
One of the big issues that we are going to kind of ignore because it's behind this thing here is this window was broken out and replaced with some plexiglass at some point in the past. So we were on the old Facebook marketplace recently and found someone selling old Holiday Rambler parts. So we actually got a new window. So we're going to try to put that in. We actually got many new windows, way more many than we need. Another stove, a black tank, hubcaps, some things we don't need. So we might offer that up to some of you guys if you're working on a project like this. We'll show you what we got. But one of the reasons we wanted to start with the exterior, we've got to replace all these lights. We thought it might be easier to get to the wiring and whatnot before we did the interior. So moving around, we will ditch this antenna.
Streaming is so easy and everybody's got 5G.
I don't have 5G.
We've got this lovely panel that somebody built and put in place, but what we want to do is turn that back into storage. We have a door, a lockable door that's going to go here, and that'll be for under the bed up front. We'll
figure out a light. Actually, we got a light here. It's not the same one, but it would be cool if we could make it work. Got a new cap here to go over the top of the door. Moving along to this area, these are going to have to come off. The problem is we're trying to do this project a little more on a budget, and these are expensive to get replacement. So we're going to have to get creative with figuring out something to go there. Of course, if you zoom in, all of our screws around here are rusted on the exterior. So before we paint, we want to hit that with some rust converter. If you look at this fancy quilted area, we are going to paint over this, and it's not in bad shape. There's a little wood grain to it actually built into the aluminum, and we don't want to lose that by sanding it really heavily. So we tried to do some stripping. We might strip it. We might just probably wind up scuffing it and hitting it with some spray paint, gold, cool looking paint. So in the front and the back, we've got this metal frame. So this is the bumper. We want to grind that down, hit it with a new coat of paint. Oh yeah, we've got where the old awning used to be. We need to repair some holes. We've got to get the top bit of the awning off. That's just right, kind of, that was already cut when we got the camper.
Right, it was pretty well trashed.
All of this aluminum, ugh, gross, needs to be polished. So weirdly enough, that's going to be one of our first steps, is to get the aluminum all cleaned up, and then we're going to tape it off so that when we paint, primer and paint the siding, we're not getting it all over the aluminum. And then when we take that off and we have new paint, we don't want to try to polish it after, because polishing metal is very dirty and we don't want to ruin our new paint. So polishing metal is one of our first steps, which seems really crazy.
So thankfully the brake lights and taillights are in really good shape. We will wind up changing the bulbs and just making sure all that is good to go. These marker lights up top here, I think we're going to probably get some new marker lights, maybe go with the LEDs instead of the incandescent bulbs.
Probably a new bulb here for our license plate light.
That would be a good one. Also, we are unable to get into this little storage area, so we may have to figure out something to do with opening that at some point. On this side of the camper, a little bit more straightforward. We do have to replace that fender flare type of thing. It is not in very good shape, so we have a plan for that. And then up front where this hole was the freshwater fill in the city water. It was broken, that's why it's gone now. But anyway, we'll either use the same area for the water, or we'll have to patch over that. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do yet. And then in the front of the trailer, much like the bumper, we've got to grind all this paint off of the tongue, repaint it, and make that look beautiful again. Of course, all this prep work, probably 95% of your work here with repainting something is prep work. And so if you don't have good prep work, you're not going to have a good paint job. We're not promising great things with the paint job, but at least, this prep work is going to take a minute.
If you've seen our other videos with it, the inside's completely gutted. So if you haven't seen those, check it out. But that being said, we're not going for like a full restoration, showroom quality. We want something that's gonna be durable, look good, but that we can use. So that's kind of the goal. And thanks for watching. Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm gonna start off with trying to see if we can get this aluminum to polish up. I've got a jar here of Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. I've got the finest toothbrush and microfiber cloth that the Dollar Tree carried. And I'll get you in a little tighter, but I'm just gonna see what I can do. And Tyler's getting ready to start sanding on this frame. All right, I read in the reviews, someone said they took a toothbrush and had pretty good luck with this. So I don't know, let's see. Just brush it in and wipe it off, question mark? This could be a little tedious. I'm wondering if I need something a little more abrasive or aggressive than a toothbrush, but we'll see. I mean, technically it said it's gonna make blackish stuff up here, and I'm not seeing anything like that. Oh boy, should have gone for the brand name toothbrush. It's already falling apart. Okay, it's working. You can see the shine, that's nice. I am worried about how long it's gonna take. So I'm gonna try one of these and see if I can hit a bigger area than the toothbrush. Trial and error, we'll see what works best. Out at the trailer for a minute to see what all we bought. I got a fine helper here. Jack is cutting the grass, so he got out of it, and hopefully you can hear me. We've got the generator going. We didn't actually do anything with getting power in the barn yet, but this stuff all came out of a 71 Holiday Rambler. So there's a black tank. I think it's the same as ours. It's called the black tank because that's where all the dookie goes.
Is that why it's brown?
That's probably why it looks like that inside. Gross. Okay. So we got a vent hood, a sink, a box of goodies that includes, to hold up the kitchen counters. We've got hubcaps. That's a cool light that I'm hoping we can use. What else is in here? Oh, we got some of these. Those look a little different than ours, actually. The vent for over the stove, a shower, and another stove oven. So this will be our third one, and I'm not actually sure we're going to use this. The main thing that we wanted was the windows, actually specifically one window. So we've got all of them, and the screens. So if any of our screens have holes, we've got backups. We've got one of these plexiglass dividers to keep the kitchen separate from the other area, another small window. And I think this was all of the window crank handles. Another fun find was all of this paperwork. So ours is actually a 73. I believe though this one was a 71 Rambler. Let's see. Oh, dang. Built-in vacuum? Wish we had that. We should do that. No joke. Yep, 71 product catalog. The Fun Machine. So Anderson's Travel Trailers, Flint, Michigan. So this one didn't go far. Code of Ethics. I can post this Code of Ethics for you guys on the message portion of YouTube. Super cool. So anyway, like I said, the main thing that we're going to use, we'll probably use a couple of these and at least one of the big windows. But other than that, I don't know. We'll possibly use the black tank. I don't know if we'll use the rest. So if there's anything you see here, shoot us a message and we'll see if we can strike a deal. There we go. Tyler's been hard at work. Ella, can you tell which side he's done so far? It's looking good. Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to hear you.
So we're knocking layer after layer of paint off of here, and you want good adhesion with your new paint. So anyway, I've taken it down to bare metal. I've got some etch primer I can put over this that'll just bite right into the metal. I'll probably wind up doing that fairly soon after I get this ground down because of flash rusting. It's kind of humid out, and any bare metal is going to almost immediately start rusting. So anyway, that's I've got maybe a third of the tongue of the trailer done. We're going to take off this propane bracket because we're doing away with that. I've got to cut a couple welds and we'll get that out of the way. And then you can see what I'm doing on the other side.
Okay, so Ella and I are going to keep going on the aluminum. It is shining up. So it's working. It's just taking a long time. So that's kind of where we'll be for the day. Oh boy, it's getting shiny-ish. Sure.
Mostly shiny. So there's some spots where I just scuffed it and it's not gonna be visible. Anyway, I gotta wipe it down with some, I'm gonna wipe it down with some mineral spirits, some brake clean, just to get all the wax and grease and stuff off of there. And then we're gonna shoot it with some primer.
Sounds good. And I'll show over here. So I did get this all spiffed up, shined. I need to wash the inside of the windows, but the metal's all shiny. I put some primer on here. So this was the bare metal and then this was the knot, and it really looks basically the same. So we're probably not going to go through the trouble to take all that paint off. I did get the metal going around. To be honest, I lost a little steam and most of a glove, but it's hard work. So it still looks good, but I didn't give it the star treatment like this side got. But when you're at a campground or somewhere, this is the side that really matters. So it's coming. Wow. So promise me this. Next time we start a YouTube channel, we'll do like comparing different massage parlors or like vacation resorts or something like that. Nothing that involves that.
Next time.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, this one's 3 stars. They didn't rub my shoulders hard enough.
Right. Massages are good. So we are thinking no propane in this camper also. Just keep it simple. Ditch the propane. Go with an electric water heater. Go with electric cooktop. And just not have to worry about it. There's so many electric appliances out there now that do a good job. And I really feel like this camper specifically is not going to do a lot of boondocking and whatnot, where you're, you know, somewhere overnight where you're not near a shore power option. So
Quick note about self-etching primer. Self-etching primer is pretty thin. You don't have to cover necessarily and have it be thick. If you see spots where it's thinner, it's still acceptable, because in theory, you're going to go back over that with another primer. Ta-da!
I've got this rust fix. This goes on clear, so this is Duplicolor, and I'm just, whoop. So I'm just hitting these screws that are rusted, and we're hoping that by doing this, it won't allow that rust to bleed through our paint. Oh, I got it. It's a little drippy, okay? It's fine.
All right. That means you got enough on there.
I'll wipe it.
And Kelsey made it back. Aha! Yes.
How was your first day of work, my love?
Very nice.
Was it good?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun actually.
It's nice they let you go early.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks, I will.
It's too bad, this thing. I mean, even, look right here, it's like so brittle, it's cracking when I take these out.
Right.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad we didn't want to save it.
Oh.
Look at this part,
Oh,
stayed like
hey.
a champ.
Right. Huh. Yeah, nice.
Let's see. That's a good. That's
a good.
That's a good. It's covered in plastic. That's kind of cool.
All right. Well,
I didn't realize how weird all under here was. I wonder if we should try to paint that some way. It's gross looking.
I mean, slap some black on it. We did get some spray in bed liner.
Oh, we can hit it with that. Here it comes. All right, you coming? Here we go.
Yeah, go.
It's raining. We're going to get dinner and trying to run to the house so we don't get too soaked. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's the next day. I feel like we hardly put a dent in our little to-do list yesterday, so we got out here kind of early, already tackled a couple projects. We'll show you those. And then we're just going to keep going and try to get this camper ready for paint.
Let's do it. So first thing this morning, I got started on the rear bumper here. I've done much the same as I did up front to the tongue of the trailer. I've already gone ahead and knocked the scale off of it. I will put this etch primer on it and some rust converter. So now I just have to primer it one more time and a base coat of black, and we're back in the goods. Yesterday
we hit this step with the wire wheel. It's the same step that we have on Harvey, except it works better for some reason. I don't know. Oh, geez. We sprayed it with some rust converter and primer, and I'm just getting ready to hit it with some semi-gloss protective enamel here. So it'll be brand new. Trying to get all this spray painting done before we paint the body of it so that there's not overspray getting on all of the things. Well, that went on a little thick. Oh boy.
You know what they say, when you start to run it, you want to run it right off the end.
Does that mean just hold her down?
Yeah. You look like you've done this before.
Yeah. A little heavy on the edges there. Just hose her on.
That's a pretty good fog.
Yeah, I'll probably go one more coat and call it a day.
When you get one of these fantastic projects, you also get some freebies. Example. Oh. Oh.
Oh boy.
Hey. Uh-oh.
That's a beaut.
Oh.
Oh.
It's like a dryer hose that somebody converted into a stinky slinky.
Oh, can we get our money back for this camper?
Yeah, watch this.
No, I don't want to see that. Gross. What is it?
Like nuts and berries.
Oh, nice. The old antennae's coming down.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. Oh.
Oh, that's great.
Oh. Oh.
Let's see. Oi.
Hey. Huh?
That's as high as it goes.
Yeah.
No, does the whole tube go up?
Well, you'd have to loosen that screw up there. It looks like, oh. Well, I'm a dummy. Sorry. Oh, man.
Look at that.
Holy smokes.
We should see if we can get PBS.
Right. A little,
Rick Steves.
Rick Steves, man. Rick Steves.
Oh, shoot.
All right. Well, let's take her down for the last time.
All right.
Well, that is cool, though. We might just keep that and hang it on the wall.
That is kind of cool. I mean, it would work. I mean, if it works, it would work. But I just think we don't need it on the camper, and we'll patch up those holes while we're doing the whole exterior and not worry about extra spots to leak and whatnot. But can you imagine that sound at the campground in the morning?
That's cool, though. All right.
Yeah.
Away she goes.
I want to thank everybody for bearing with us. It's taken a little while to get this video out. We did have a goal of trying to get one out every 10 days. And we were doing pretty well with that until spring came and we went out of town for a wedding and we went on a cruise and we got back and had to do all the spring yard stuff. And then Jack and Ella are both in sports. So Jack finished up lacrosse and started baseball. Ella's doing softball. The twins are home from college. It just got hectic. And then I started a new job. So I'm at the same place, just a whole new position. So there's been a lot going on. So thanks for bearing with us. And hopefully there's not a big gap like that again. So I did put that out there in the YouTube has a little like place you can post information and pictures and whatnot. So I put that out there. So if you're not subscribed, you won't be able to see that stuff. But if you enjoy our videos and you haven't subscribed yet, we'd appreciate you doing that. It helps us out.
Now, I got it.
There it is.
Yeah.
So while you're up there, you want to try to shimmy that awning chunk out of there?
Yeah, I would love to. It'll probably come out. Oh.
Hey, there it goes.
Oh.
So this was cut. This awning was already cut when we got the camper. It'd be great to put an awning back on. I think I've mentioned we're trying to do this one a little on a budget. So awnings are wildly expensive. We're not sure if the frame of it is still good, but if it is, we might do that at some point, but it won't be any point soon.
Hey, man.
Oh, that looks better already. And that actually made a big difference, not having that flappy stuff up there. We got the old excursion hooked up to the camper. Before I pulled all these lights down, I wanted to see if they work. And one is working. So funny enough, the one that's working is the one that had plants and things growing up there, which is pretty crazy. But I'm going to take this bulb and try it in some other ones. If these work, we might just leave them on and get some new bulbs to replace. Maybe get some LEDs. Oh, let me get a dead bumblebee to the mouth. All right, this one doesn't work either.
It's probably a connection. I mean, it could be the wiring connection inside, or it could be the bulb and terminal out here.
Yeah, this little wire, I mean, there's like exposed wire right there. I wouldn't be surprised. But shoot, oh, gross. The bugs are just raining down. Let me try this one. Oh, shnikers. I pulled that one a little too hard.
Oh.
So I think this one works, so no. Dang, I was hoping it would just be like boop, boop, boop. They all actually work.
Right.
50% so far.
Hey, 50% is better than nothing.
Do we just start over with the new?
That's
what do you think?
They're in with screws, which is nice. On Harvey, they were in with pop rivets, which was a little bit more problematic. I say we could go with new LED, easy to do. Boop, boop. Done.
So take them all down?
Do it.
Then we have to clean up all that caulk.
We were going to clean it up anyway.
Not if we leave them up. We're just...
I intended to clean.
Okay. Tyler's been working on getting the lights down and some of that old caulk cleaned up. And I'm going to try to figure out how this cover, is that a rot guard? I don't know what it's called. I'm going to try to figure out how it comes off so we can take a look at swapping out that window. Okay, so looking at this a little closer, there's a couple screws on the bottom of each side here. This slides up, and then it looks like there's a little screw in the top of this channel, and that this whole thing will just slide out. All right.
Okay.
Whoa. Now we can take these off.
Oh.
Maybe. Will it slide your way?
Oh, man. What, you need a tool?
Well, the ones before were just sliding. This one's already broken.
Right.
There.
Oh, I'll let you go at it then. Oh boy.
We might need to fix this one. Ooh.
Well, that's how you keep screws nice and clean.
Yeah.
Huh.
This is a very specific kind of a trim. And I found some that I think is a good replacement on a vintage camper supply website, but all of the screws around all the windows are covered with this. So we're trying to keep it from breaking because it hasn't been easy to find, and it wasn't expensive. It was like $3 for a 4-foot piece, but I didn't order enough for everything. So,
So it looks like we need to take off this shutter bracket to get to the other screws for the top of the window here.
all right.
And there's only about 1,000 of them to take out.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Hey, yeah,
Right on.
that looks good.
Right.
All right, walk to,
Look at all the redneck diamonds we got.
oh yeah, it's pretty. But I mean, overall, this is nice to see. Ooh, I almost stabbed that dead fly. Nice to see. It's, the wood's looking good. We got new little ventilation system here, but we've got to go to a birthday party. So we're gonna shower and come out hopefully later tonight. All right, back from the party. We've got our own little party brewing here. So we knew we were gonna have to take this all down. We just hadn't yet, and I'm a little nervous to see what we're gonna find. If we need to replace wood, we might as well do it now.
see if we can get this face off, and maybe it'll.
Take the face off.
His face.
Uh-oh. Is this the moment of truth kind of moment?
Well, I definitely see more fiberglass insulation, so we'll have to fight that first.
Okay.
There
boy.
we go.
Oh, boy.
Things are happening quickly. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it'll be good to get all this out. That's pretty growed.
Yeah.
The wood looks good, though.
Yeah,
so that's
it does
a
from
relief.
here, but we still got to get that piece off to see if it's... Yeah, this looks good, though. This is promising.
Nice. There we go. Here comes the
poop surprise.
Oh, man, I'm glad we took this down.
Yeah.
That would have been right above the bed.
Right?
Just a poop parade.
Yeah.
There, we're getting somewhere. You love this pink stuff.
This is the worst. I hate this stuff. Back out here again today. Christy is going to get to grinding on some of the high spots where the caulk was from the lights and different things that we've taken off. I've got to get to making some patches, and we're going to put that window in up front. So this is the area I'm going to be focusing on for the patch. On the inside, we went ahead and put some aluminum in there, but I'm just going to extend this line out a little bit, about 12 inches, and come down. I've got a sheet of aluminum, and I am going to bend a little lip so it folds under right there, and then we'll get it in place. So I don't have an aluminum brake or a shear or anything like that, so I'm going to tape across my line there, try to cut as straight as I can. The cut side will be on the bottom, so we will have the factory finished edge up top here, probably round it off a little bit, and then we'll get it in place. We're using the world's worst tin snips here, and I am going to try and cut this aluminum in a somewhat...
Don't you think you got a glove on the one hand? You don't think the other hand is important?
I'm in danger.
You were going to cut your hand off. Oh, we should do that face again. Oh. You know the one.
The one where I go...
No.
No, that wasn't it.
Your lips get tighter together.
And my tongue gets bit. No, just kidding.
Probably.
Well. That's not too shabby. So let's see what our patch looks like. Just holding it in place. I think it's going to work out fine. Mainly, I just wanted to follow that line there. I'm going to round this corner over here just a little bit, and then we will put some sealant or some butyl or something on the back of that and screw it in place.
All right, while you're doing that, I'll show what's going on up front.
Yeah.
Been doing some scraping. This was like a big caulk circle from the antenna, getting that stuff off. Got the window. I saw this tape in the garage here, so I don't know. I just thought, why not? So I coated the inside of this window frame with this aluminum tape, try to keep out some possible water infiltration. And as soon as we have this piece on, we'll start working on getting that window going.
I'm going to run a bead of ProFlex around the inside here where the screws are going to be coming through the patch. And then after the fact, we will run another bead. Oh man, I wish I would have got a new tube now.
It's a goodie.
Yeah.
Hey, this stuff's expensive.
Yeah.
You better use every last ounce.
Right. Well, it's going to make my forearms look like Popeye.
Or Homer Simpson. Oh, that was his bicep.
I'm pretty happy with this baby. Now it's Lefty's turn.
Okay, here it goes. Nothing.
Once it's painted, this is going to look factory.
It will hopefully not look like garbage.
Hopefully. I'm telling you,
You like it?
from about this far back,
Yeah.
that looks perfect.
It's a 15-footer.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, that looks good. Good job.
All right, thanks.
And then, you know, obviously, like even this existing trim, we're going to need to ProFlex before we get too far down the road. But we'll do that to the new one too. But yeah.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Good. Awesome.
All right, same thing to the other side.
Right.
Okay, second patch. Good. We had a little shortness here, but we're going to have a door on that covers that, and it'll kind of cover the, you know, gap. But I got the window ready to go. Got it all cleaned up while Tyler was working on that. Put the butyl on. So I think we're ready to put this baby up. Okie doke. Now, hopefully I measured right and this actually fits. Oy.
Wow, like a glove.
It's good. Okay, now what?
So do we have to pick it up to match the other screw holes? Because it looks like...
Sure, I can't see the screw holes because I covered mine with butyl.
Oh,
Your corner is up as high as it can go. This can go up a little like that. All right.
all right. So all you got to do is shoot 17,000 screws.
Me?
Nice.
How about I clean the glass while you do that?
Wow, that sounds like a really good deal.
Sure.
The 20th Shepherd Maple Syrup Festival. So I feel like we should leave that sticker on, just a little history, but check out that window. So we do have the piece of trim to go back up here. The problem is I used up all the butyl on the window, so we've got to get some more. I just ordered some, it'll be here tomorrow. So we'll get that trim piece on. You'll see it up before we come back to our next video. So it's gonna kind of end on a cliffhanger here because we can't have a 2-hour-long video. So we're gonna stop here. We got a lot done. We're gonna get our last couple of things in, and then the next video we're gonna paint it.
Yep. We appreciate you guys watching. We enjoyed reading the comments. Hey, go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't hurt anything, right? And click that notification bell. That way when we get a new video out, you guys will get notified. And until next time, take care, guys. See ya.
Bye.
We did a lot of ProFlex, and we changed a couple roof vents.
Icor.
Yeah, dang it. We did some seam sealer.
We're out of practice.
I know, it's been a while.
Jeez.
And we did some nab.
Oh!